Hey guys, I keep getting prices questions. I know it's been a while since I've done a pricing video, so I'm going to try to do an updated pricing video here. Hopefully that'll answer some people's questions. Most of you know I deal in pretty much any kind of media you can use for micarta, paper, whatever kind of fabric you want. I've even put metal mesh in there, which works out okay. But my primary stuff that I deal with is paper, canvas, or burlap. That seems to be what most people want. So the special stuff I can work out with somebody on the side. If they see a video and they see something mentioned that's not mentioned on this video, you can send me a PM and ask about, most likely the one with the metal mesh in it. The G-Tech, I think I called it. I can still do that. I still have the copper and the steel mesh to put in there, but you have to remember with that stuff you have to sand the holy living crap out of it so the metal's not poking out. So that aside, let's see. I'm going to have a little visual aids here to help. So, paper was my most common in the past, but now canvas is actually the most popular now. But paper usually runs about 4 inches by 10 inches by 3/8. The thickness, if you guys want something a little thinner or a little thicker, it doesn't cost extra or less. Unless it's some crazy thickness. So, under reasonable guidelines, thickness does not change the price. It makes up for it on both ends. So, paper at 4 inches by 10 inches about is $25. Cool? And canvas, burlap, and other fabrics, like my handwriting, is about 4 inches by 11 inches by 3/8. A lot of times the canvas ones are a little bit bigger than that, but I like to exceed expectations instead of not meet them. So usually, guys, when you order a canvas slab, it will be a little bigger than 4 by 11, but just to be sure that it's the size that I advertise, in case there's something wrong with the edge or something, they're going to be a minimum of 4 by 11 by 3/8. And like I said, thickness doesn't matter. Those are $30. The only reason that one of those would not be $30 is for the special colors. So what that means is for a color that I cannot buy, and I have to buy dye to make it happen. So that means toxic green, I have to make that. Whether it's canvas or burlap, I have to buy dye, and they don't even make toxic green dye. I have to get creative, and I've done it enough times that I found a way to get toxic green by using other greens and a little process I've figured out. So that costs extra because it costs me extra. I have to buy the dye and spend the time to dye it, and it's a pain in the butt. That does go for carbon fiber also. The carbon fiber, synthetic, whatever you want to call it, that I make. Because to make it look right, I have to dye the gray darker than it is. So I have to buy the dye for it. So the carbon fiber is $5 extra too. Now remember, guys, those of you who haven't ordered from me, when you order multiple slabs, I always throw in extra. I always want to make sure everybody gets their money's worth. So I know I don't necessarily just trash the big guys' prices. I really can't. But I try to do my best to give you the most for your money. I'll try to throw in a surprise slab or some pieces or whatever I can afford to throw in there, I will. So you always can count on extra, unless you just order like a half a piece or a one. Because the shipping is so different from a small piece to a couple pieces, it doubles the shipping cost on me. So if you order a half or one, it's not likely you'll get any extra, maybe a little bit if it fits within that smaller package, then you will get extra. So keep that in mind, just to make sure you guys get your money's worth. Another thing to kind of let you know what you're getting when you buy micarta. When you guys ask me for a combo, you get the combo, the color combo that you want. If you buy micarta from one of the big guys, you get what they give you. You know, they do have, there's some that have, you know, a couple color combos like black and green and black and red, and, you know, a couple different, but for the most part they're pretty standard, you know, just single colors that you get. And some people like that. That's cool. But if somebody really wants something special, like the Deadpool micarta that I sent Marshall, several people have requested that. That black, gray, and red is really popular. You can't buy that anyplace else unless you get it from me. Like the Batman micarta that I sent Brother Marshall. You know, multiple color combos, 3, 4 colors in there. I'm the only one that does it. Let's see. And like the color dying, you know, if you can't find that color, you're stuck. Especially if you want to mix it with something else, something odd, because I've got some really odd color combos that people have asked for, and, you know, I do what everybody wants. So just think about that. If you want a color, I will do it for you as long as it's within reason. You know, it's a color I can make or find. And the combination is really what's the rarity. You know, if you want something superhero like Brother Marshall likes, or you want something for your kids and they like Dora or SpongeBob or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there, guys. Bear with me. You know, this the colors that they have, pink and brown and yellow and whatever SpongeBob is. I'm just going off the hip here. You know, something special that somebody wants. Something maybe for their wife. And they want some odd color combo because that's the color she likes. And nobody's ever even heard of that color combo. I can set it up for you. Some of the stuff I'm working with is... Here's some of my fabrics I got going on right now. You know, a few different colors in the canvas. Oranges, reds, blues, purples, grays. Several different browns, khakis, coyote browns, dark browns. Lots of black, of course. I just made some toxic green for Will over there at Up Armored Knives. And it came out actually really good. I was real happy this time. Last time I attempted it, didn't really come out the way I wanted. Luckily, the person really liked it, so that worked out. But I had to make this by hand, guys, and it's kind of a pain because I have to use 2 different colors of greens to get this to happen with some other chemicals. So otherwise, you just get light green or dark green, not toxic green. So this is actually going for Will's, but I will make some more if somebody wants some. So that's what I was talking about with special colors. I also have the same in burlap, which, funny thing, nobody's bought yet. I'm the only one you can get toxic green burlap from. So if you want toxic green burlap with black burlap or black canvas, I got it. I take that back. Jet bought some of this. That's why I have it. So, but so far he's the only one. So, toxic green burlap, the only place to get it. And you can see I've got all the other colors, you know, naturals and tans and whites, brown, green, OD green, anything you want for any color combo. Usually with the burlap, people kind of like the more earthy, rugged army type colors, so that's why I got a lot of that stuff. Paper's a little different because you can't really dye paper, so you kind of got to just find what's out there. I just recently had an issue with finding a certain pink for somebody, so that took me a little extra time. So I ended up with a bunch of different color pinks, as you can see here, just to get a certain type of pink for somebody, which is a rare color request, but I'll do whatever you guys want. So you guys can see quite a gamut of colors here. I mean, tons of shades of blue, and I get darker blues and lighter blues. There's some of the darker ones, you can see that. You know, dark green, then regular orange versus, I might actually be out of toxic orange. There's some. You know, two different types of toxic green, depending on if you want kind of your normal toxic green, I call that one, and then this one's a little brighter. You know, depending on what your perception of toxic green is. Toxic yellow, of course. Regular yellow, regular green. So I just wanted to show these to kind of give you guys an idea of what's available. There are some other earthier colors that I can get for the guys that like the camo stuff. I've got some browns and stuff and tans in the other room. I kind of like these guys here. This is kind of a tan. And I have to buy them in chunks of combo colors, so try to wait till I've either got a couple orders or a larger order for that. So there is a more earthy tone selection I can get. But I wanted to show you guys this so you can kind of see. You know, this might help spark some ideas for people. For something they might want. Maybe you want an Easter colored knife with purple, pastel purple and pink. Yay! Just kidding. So, just thought I'd put that out there for you guys. I'm getting a lot of pricing questions. So hopefully that shortcuts some of the PMs that I've been getting. Kind of answer your questions. Sometimes it takes a little while, you know, maybe 24 hours for me to get to a PM if I have to work that day. So, and that's the thing. If somebody wants to order from me, just send me a PM. From there, we can talk about further contact, you know, whether it's by phone or pigeon, carrier pigeon, whatever. But first thing is send me a PM. Just send me a PM of what you want. You know, an idea if something's possible. Send me a PM. Again, guys, paper, $25. Canvas burlap fabrics, $30, except for special colors. Like I said, toxic green and carbon fiber-ish. So, hopefully that helps. You know, it makes it a little easier for people to find out what they want and order. Maybe that'll bring a few more people in here. So, sorry this ran a little long, guys. I just want to make sure all of that was covered for everybody. Make sure I answered the questions that have been asked. So if anybody has any more questions, just like I said, put it in the comments or send me a PM, and we'll get something worked out. I'm real easy to work with. You can talk to anybody out there. Real easy to work with. And if you need something super, super quick, we can work that out too. Shipping might cost more, but you know how that goes. So, any questions, please let me know, guys. Alrighty. Take care. Have a good night.